Alrighty, new year, new month. We got January 2025 haul here. It's January 29th, and this is the first video and last video that I'm going to do for the month. This is, as far as collection goes anyways, this is not a huge pile. I got like 15-ish or so things here, but I do have some really cool stuff, some interesting stories to go along with stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's start off with something I have not done in at least 20 years, and that is buy a knockoff Blu-ray set from eBay. And once you see what it is, which honestly, this is a really good looking knockoff to me, Daredevil season 1 through 3 on Blu-ray. For those of you who don't know, this only ever got a season 1 and 2 physical release. This was on Netflix about 10 years ago. They never released season 3 physically, and I'm assuming now it's on Disney Plus, but I don't have Disney Plus. And this streaming bubble that keeps going up and up and up, I was like, I am not getting Disney Plus. I was like, I want to have Daredevil locally. It's not my fault that they don't want to make it physically, and so I didn't feel too bad. And so far, like I said, the set looks nice. It looks pretty cool. Even the discs look really good. Once you get in and you see the menu looks a little rough, but I am currently watching this, so we'll see if I get through the whole thing without having any issues. But so far it's been great. It's good quality, and I am glad to have this. This is one of my favorite, this is my favorite Marvel show. And of course I'm trying to get ready for the new Daredevil season that's coming out here pretty soon. That was $35 on eBay, so not bad. For 3 seasons of TV, really, in Blu-ray, it's actually a pretty sweet deal. Next up, I'll do a 2-pack here, and these I pre-ordered, $28 a piece, so kind of pricey, but Kill Bill, these are my favorite Tarantino movies right here. I love these movies. It's hard for me I consider them one whole movie. I had these on DVD originally, then I had them on Blu-ray. I have like a Blu-ray set that I'm upgrading these to. I haven't watched Volume 2 yet, but I did watch Volume 1 a couple days ago, and the 4K is stunning. It is absolutely amazing, especially in Volume 1. He goes, arcane style almost with the different media and the way he shoots stuff. It's just a beautiful film. And I'm sure 2 will be the same way. I love these movies. And so that's why I paid the premium, almost $60 after tax to get them both in 4K. But to me, it was worth it. And I thought it was a cool upgrade to have. Fool's Gold, this is a DVD upgrade. I enjoy this movie, and I was getting ready to start for February. I'm going to do a bunch of rom-coms and romances, and this might be on that list. I haven't actually 100% completed the list yet, but I enjoy this movie. I like Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. They have some good chemistry in their movies, and I just wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray. I think this was around $10. It might have been cheaper. I can't remember. So not a bad upgrade. All right, now let's see. Let me skip this one for a second. This was a $20. I got this from Walmart.com, I'm pretty sure. Wanted to have this physically because I don't have to get HBO Max. It's almost the same reason for Daredevil. I want to get ready for Last of Us Part 2. And I wanted to rewatch it in 4K. And thank you, HBO, for releasing it physically for me. And especially for under $20. Not bad. Awesome to have in the collection. Once again, thank you, Disney, for releasing Ahsoka. I really liked Ahsoka. Specifically, I think it was, episode 4 or 5. The one where they have flashbacks to the Clone Wars and stuff, and Anakin's in there. I really like that episode. And I just like the Ahsoka character. She's one of my favorite Star Wars characters, so I wanted to have this. I have a bunch of these Star Wars 4K steelbooks, and so I will get Mandalorian Season 3, and then I'll get Ahsoka Season 2 when it comes out. There's some, obviously, I'm never going to get, like Acolyte, but this was a cool find. This was about $50, though. Or wait, yeah, I think it was around $50. So once again, pricey, cool to get. I think I had like a gift card or something, so not a big deal, but um, a pricey get for sure. Alrighty, now we can get into this. So, as I'm sure many of my fellow physical media collectors knew, Amazon, right after the New Year, started a really cool sale on 4K Blu-rays. It was basically 3 for $33 or $11 a piece. Now, there was select titles, obviously. It seemed like it was mostly Warner Brother and Universal titles, but there was several new releases in there. I got on, bought 3, then sat there and thought about it for long, and it was like, I'm gonna get 3 more. So all 6 of these movies we're getting ready to go through were $11 each, which I think is a steal for 4Ks, especially modern 4Ks. I have only so far, I actually have not watched a single one of these yet, so looking forward to it though. These will be getting added to the list. First up, my favorite animated movie of 2024, The Wild Robot. $11 for this in 4K with the slip. Yes, awesome, amazing. I love that movie. Oppenheimer. I'd been holding out on this. I knew there would be a ton of copies. This will probably get cheaper than $11 eventually because this was a very, it was a high seller. But it's great. It's a great movie visually. It's a slow burn for sure, but it's a really good movie, and I wanted to have it in the collection. It's actually one of my more favorite Nolan movies. Because some Nolan movies I'm not a big fan of, but for $11 I thought it was worth it. I did wish it had the slip though. That was kind of disappointing. Same with this one. I got The Town, one of my favorite Ben Affleck movies. I had this on Blu-ray, so this is a Blu-ray to 4K upgrade, and it didn't come with the slip, so I kept my Blu-ray slip. But for $11, thought it would be worth it. Okay, another one here. Trap. This was the only blind buy that I went, so I didn't own this movie. I do have pretty much every other M. Night movie, so I was like, well, I've heard mixed things about this. I do need to watch it. If I don't like it, I'll get rid of it, but I don't know. Visually, usually M. Night movies visually are kind of... he does do some weird stuff with colors, so I thought it might be a cool thing to have in 4K. And who knows, maybe I'll really like it. And I like Josh Hartnett, so I definitely want to watch it at least once, and then we'll see how it fares. Twisters. I've talked about this already. I had Twister in 4K, so I wanted to get the sequel in 4K. I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was good. It's nowhere near as good as the original, but it was a fun time. I like Glen Powell, so... $11. I didn't think it was going to get much cheaper than that later on down the line. And then finally on that sale, I got The Departed. I actually had this on Blu-ray. I didn't think I did because I've only seen this movie, I think, once. And I don't remember liking the ending. But it's Leonardo DiCaprio, Scorsese, and Matt Damon. I wanted to rewatch it again, and I thought, what better way to rewatch it in 4K? And we'll see if I like it better the second time around. That is it for that sale. And then, the Escape. Oh, I got this at Goodwill for $1.50. Yeah. I didn't actually own it. I have seen it. I don't really remember it that much, but I thought for $1.50 at Goodwill it was worth it. It even had the slip, which I thought was cool. I think there's a sequel to this, so I don't know. I'll have to watch it again, and when I'm in the mood, I will put that up there for a second. That's my one game purchase of the month. Okay, so these last 4, of course, Big Lots is going out of business. I don't know, because last I heard that it was going to get out of bankruptcy, but only certain stores were staying open. I don't think the ones around me are staying open. I went in there, it was like 25% off or something. So I think if I remember correctly, I got all 4 of these movies for $5 a piece, and there is nothing special in here. Den of Thieves I didn't own. I honestly couldn't remember if I had seen it before, but when I started watching it, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen this before. And then I watched Den of Thieves 2 right after I watched this in theaters, and yeah, this one was better than 2, but they're very similar movies in like pacing and the whole heist and big action scene at the end. But I like Gerard Butler, and I thought it's worth $5. That's for sure. This was one I still can't remember if I've seen this or not. I do like Amy Schumer. Honestly, I don't know. I may not have seen this, but for $5, I was like, I'll check it out. Who knows? That may be a get rid of. Yeah, this was an anime movie that looked kind of cool and had a cool story. I know I haven't seen this. The story of combat and power. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Anime movies are, hit and miss for me, but we'll see. And then finally, for $5, I got Child's Play. I had this on DVD, so this is a DVD to a Blu-ray upgrade. The original Chucky. I have seen this movie. It's been a while. Cool to have in the collection. I'm not a big horror guy, but Child's Play scared me as a child, so why not? And then finally, my one game for the month of January. Yes, I bought the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 collection. This was re-released physically, a couple months ago. They did an original run like a year or two ago, and it sold out like crazy, and people were paying crazy prices. So I am glad that Square Enix decided to re-release this version. It's just really cool to have 6 Final Fantasy games that span across 2 systems, the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo, all physically, all on PS4, so playable on PS5 and hopefully PS6. And I have actually never played any of these Final Fantasies. I started with 7, like a lot of people. I've heard 6 is really good, so now I have a version. If I want to go back and play like 6, I've thought about playing it on my PS1, because I have some version of that. Well, now I'll play it on PS4 when I do eventually go back and play it. Because I've heard the story on that one's really cool. But I just wanted it for the collection, obviously, to have them all. Because that pretty much gets me every Final Fantasy I own now. Some I own in many, many different versions. But yeah, that's it for January. So not crazy, but some cool stuff there. I am planning on going on a trip to some movie stores this weekend coming up. February 2nd or 1st, or I can't remember. Anyways, I'm going to go to Mega Replay, Second Charles. I'm going to hit some Goodwills. So that'll be kind of fun, and I'm sure I'll find some stuff for the February haul. And as far as pre-orders, I think I pre-ordered Panic Room on 4K. That was the only thing I've pre-ordered for February. But yeah, what'd you guys think? And until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.